First, we'd like to recognize Alvin Ball, number 11. Alvin came to Bullis as a high school freshman and played 4 years on the varsity soccer team. She will attend Hobart William Smith College next fall and plans to study business, entrepreneurship, or pre-engineering. Alvin will miss going to the team and with her friends, Miss Andrea, Coach Ish, and Coach Caitlin. She is most proud of winning the ISL her freshman year. She's also proud of scoring in most of the games and having the underclassmen come to congratulate her first. She's also proud of defeating Holton Arms 2-0. While at Bullis, she participated in hockey and Lego Club. Her advice to the team is stop complaining and just play your hardest, but be open to criticism along the way in order to get better. Congratulations, Alvin. Number 2, Ava Cumberbatch. Ava came to Bullis in the 9th grade and played 4 years on the varsity soccer team. While she is undecided on where she'll attend college, she plans to study exercise science or medical anthropology and psychology. Ava enjoyed the routine of coming to practice after school and seeing the girls. She will miss playing with the other seniors the most. Her proudest moment was when Bullis won the ISL championship during her freshman year. Outside of sports, Ava participates in the Bullis Black Student Union and the Bullis Humane Society. Her advice for the rest of the team is to have fun, but remember to fight and push back if something is bothering you as a team. Congratulations, Ava. Number 19, Eve Huntington. Eve came to Bullis as an 8th grader and has played 4 years on the varsity soccer team. While she is undecided on where she'll attend college, she believes studying business or something in the humanities is in her future. Eve has enjoyed the friendships she made through Bullis soccer. She will also miss the sense of community and laughter on the soccer team. Eve says, for 4 years I have been able to come to practices and games and know that I will laugh at least once. Her proudest moment came in her freshman year when Bullis won the ISL tournament, and she got to be on the field when everyone rushed on to celebrate. Eve also notes playing as a freshman against girls double her size, and while that was scary, she still found herself in the lineup often. Outside of sports, Eve is one of the leaders of the Keene Club, participated in Teens with Heart songs, and is a National English Honor Society member. Eve's advice to her team would be, don't be so hard on yourselves. There is a healthy balance between overconfidence and simply a lack of confidence. So work to find that balance because it's so important in all aspects of life. Congratulations, Eve. Number 18, Victoria Moreau. Victoria came to Bullis in the 8th grade, and while she tried a variety of sports in the past, she settled on the varsity soccer team this year. She plans to attend the University of Florida next year to study political science. Victoria enjoyed the team bonding created during practice and the way she and her teammates pushed each other every day. While at Bullis, she has participated in Teens with Heart Songs program and the Young Leaders Club. Her advice to her team is take in every moment and go all in for practice and games. Congratulations, Victoria. Number 22, Caitlin Rowan. Caitlin came to Bullis as a sophomore and played on the varsity soccer team in 11th and 12th grade. While she is undecided where she'll attend college, Caitlin plans to study business or hospitality. She has enjoyed playing the sports she loves with all her best friends. They have created such a fun team that has a very positive environment. This makes coming to practice and being at games so enjoyable. Her proudest memory was being selected to the All-ISL team last year. Caitlin is involved with clubs such as Families for Families, Once Upon a Prom, and the Booster Club. Her advice to her team is to continue to do what they love. Also, do not take your time playing high school soccer for granted, as it goes by in the blink of an eye. Congratulations, Caitlin. Number 23, Sasha Ugel. Sasha began attending Bullis in the 10th grade and played on the varsity soccer team for 3 years. She is undecided on where she'll attend college, but wants to study psychology. Her favorite part of being on the Bullis soccer team is creating solid relationships with people from other grades. Sasha loves setting an example for younger players and being someone they can come to for help. Sasha is most proud of defeating Holy Child in the playoffs last year. Outside of Bullis soccer, Sasha is involved in UNICEF, Booster Club, and the Montgomery County Youth Ambassadors Program. Her advice to the team is to enjoy your time because each season passes quicker than the next. And always remember that teamwork and chemistry are always the most important things on a team. Congratulations, Sasha. Let's give one more round of applause for this year's senior girls varsity soccer players.
Jack, do you want to set up the mic real quick while I type this up? Just keep going. But there are no more. That is my favorite
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing.
Yeah, it's working.
Test, test, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
All right,
Perfect.
here we go. Hello and welcome to Bullish Soccer on this hot Thursday afternoon, where your Bullish Bulldogs are taking on the Eleanor Roosevelt Raiders in an out-of-conference showdown. The Bulldogs are 2-9-1 on the season, coming off of a tough-fought 1-0 loss to Flint Hill. I'm Jack Feldman here with Adam Yukazoglu, who is here with his keys to the game.
Thank you, Jack. Today I have 3 keys to the game, with the first being that it is senior night for the Bulldogs. It will be very interesting to see how this motivates the squad, and especially these amazing seniors tonight. The second today will be the Bulldog defense, who have just recently let up 5 goals 2 games ago against Jackson Reed High School. The third key to the game is the goalkeeper situation for the Bulldogs, as at the moment they are rotating between Ellie Clark and Charlie London, Ellie Clark in the first half and London in the second. The fourth and final key will be the very hot weather, as the sun will be beating down on the turf today, which will certainly be key to the energy levels of both teams. Jack, what do you see happening today?
I think it's going to be a tough game. I think it's going to be well fought. Hopefully, Bullis will able to rebound from their tough 1-0 loss, and I think a lot of that is going to come down to the goalkeeping.
Yes, I definitely agree with that. We're going to see how Ellie Clark shows up in the first half and London in the second. And it looks like the ref did blow his whistle to get these teams to break the huddles, as we will be underway very soon here.
Just down to the final minutes of pre-game.
Clark will start in goal, but you never know what will happen, as Coach Yamo will be looking to lead his team to their 3rd win of the year so far.
It's definitely a rebuilding season for the Bulldogs, but they've had a couple of good games and some good signs for the future that I think could really pay dividends later on in the season.
Jack, again, with the fourth and final key of this game being the weather today, how do you think that will affect both of these teams?
It's really hot out here, and that might not play much of a factor in the first half, but as we get later on in the game and towards the second half, that is definitely going to play a role. Players' legs start getting a little bit tired, a little shaky, and it's hot, and maybe they're not going to be able to push themselves as much.
Yeah, and what's so weird about Maryland, Jack, is just the other day we were freezing here in the booth covering another game recently. I think it was the field hockey and the boys soccer games just on Tuesday, and it was freezing. Sub 40 temperatures almost. And just like that, it's burning hot outside. So these players used to a lot of different conditions, and it's going to be tough for them. And it looks like the players are now taking the field, and Eleanor Roosevelt with an interesting routine in their huddle. What do you see, Jack?
I thought it was the intro to SpongeBob for a second.
Yeah, they were hyping the team up, and we'll see if they can. Wouldn't be good, but we'll see if they can try and spoil the Bulldogs senior night. Looks like that will be their goal today. This is an out-of-conference matchup. They are
so, the Bulldogs will start with the ball. Big Gabby Langdon and Almond Ball up top.
And it's interesting to see Langdon, the freshman here, and she hasn't really started, but it looks like from what I've heard from some people inside the school, there's a lot of injuries to this team, with one key one being to Ryan McLemore, who's been the most crucial attacker for the Bulldogs this season. And it looks like they're going up with a new striker, Gabby Langdon, today. Interesting for them.
Looks like it's Huntington, not Langdon up top.
You are right, it is Huntington. It looked like a 13 for far away, but it was a 19. The senior today on senior night.
So Roosevelt will have the throw-in. Beckman will throw it in. Still getting deep into Bulldog territory.
Kerr looks to boot it away. That one looks like it hit height camp.
So they will do the throw-in again. Booker. So the Raiders are looking to create some space.
Looked like Kerr was trying to get it up to Huntington there, but wasn't able to. Dispossessed.
Bullis now looking to take it the other way. They cannot keep possession. Both teams are fighting for the ball. And here comes Roosevelt. They got the through ball down the sideline. Need a cross, and offsides will be called.
Yeah, Jack, I mean, they looked like they had a chance in through already, and maybe a little bit of a mistouch there, but it was called offside. One interesting thing that we have seen is, I mean, usually on senior night, these teams will be starting all of their seniors, but it looks like they're sticking with some sophomores and freshmen on the field.
They do have the majority of their seniors up, though.
It looks like, yes, Clark will be starting at goal for the Bulldogs, as we predicted. Playing in sweatpants. Hot weather. Interesting to see.
Very hot.
Yeah. What's his ball?
Started off today as now an opportunity. Auburn ball plays it back. A poor defensive move by the Raiders. They kick it right into the middle of the field. Bullis takes over again. As I was saying, you know, it was low 40s, low to mid 40s this morning, and now it's in the 70s.
Yeah, it's heated up, Jack, and definitely different from what we've seen earlier in the week. It looks like we have a break in action. I mean, in some other sports news, we got some MLB playoffs going on. I mean, the Yankees very barely escaping against the Guardians. You have the Dodgers, juggernauts of the MLB, knocked out by their division rivals, the Padres. Interesting to see that.
Definitely some surprising upsets.
And hopefully, I mean, with the Bulldogs maybe being a little bit of the underdog here, they can pull that off again. Looking to turn around this season at the moment.
And now that ball is booted deep into Bulldog territory, but that's an easy scoop up for Ellie Clark.
And I'm impressed she's playing in sweatpants, to be honest. I don't think I could.
And now an opportunity, a through ball for Beckman, but a little too strong, and it will be a goal kick going the other way for the Bulldogs.
Clark looks to boot it away to Heitkamp. Is able to get it there.
Heitkamp plays it back. And a good job there by Ugle. Clear it
Senior.
upfield.
You're on senior night. Jack, being a senior yourself, do you know any of these seniors personally?
I do. I know all of them. You know, we go to a pretty small school.
Yeah.
And you know, there's a lot of emotions going on senior night. You know, one of your last games ever. A lot of these players have been playing their sports for well over a decade. A little more.
Is there playoffs for the Bulldogs, or does everybody make it? Because I know they're towards the bottom, but I'm sure
Everybody makes the ISL playoffs.
Okay. Yeah. So at least they'll have a few more games to go. This might be one of their final of the regular season, however.
That's scooped up by Mia Hamilton, the keeper for the Raiders. So Bullis looking to control the pace. So they're working to spread out. And that's a nice pass by Layla Kerr to work upfield to Heitkamp.
Huntington on
And
the
now
chase.
Huntington won't get there, as that will be scooped up by Hamilton.
Yeah, and this game's moving at a slow pace so far, Jack. Not many fast-paced attacks. It's really just been methodical, slow build-up at the moment.
You're absolutely right at it.
And on a day like this, a slow game might be better for both teams, as energy will be at a premium here.
Another clear out of the box by the Bulldogs. As tomorrow night, Clark scoops it up, will be homecoming. The homecoming football game, annual homecoming football game for the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
So that is sure to be a very packed crowd.
Yeah, yes it will, Jack. And as we've previewed on previous streams earlier this week, I mean, it's going to be a packed crowd. And if you're not at the homecoming game, then where are you at that point? I mean, and if you are for some reason not able to attend it, make sure to tune in right here on Bullis Athletics live stream.
7 p.m.
7 p.m. Friday night. Dances on Saturday night for these students.
So that ball is crossed into the box, and Clark makes the save, sliding as she grabs the ball.
Yeah, it's a great claim from Clark there.
So Booker will take the throw-in. And she throws it long, looking for Beckman. They'll play it back to Martinez. Beckman now has a lane looking for the cross. The shot is just wide, as it will run into the side of the net for the goal kick.
Yeah, and Jack, that's a tough angle to be at when you're at that point. Honestly, a great job right there. Looks like it was Vinal on defense for the Bulldogs, and she was able to cut off any angle Beckman had running down the right wing, forcing her to try and cross it. However, that angle was so tough, she did put it right into the side of the net. Great job there by Vinal.
So now the Bulldogs race upfield, but quickly intercepted by the Raiders. The Bulldogs are working to gain possession back. The pass is intercepted by Heitkamp. Heitkamp with a through ball down the sidelines.
That's well done from Heitkamp to get the interception and now the through ball.
Huntington back to Heitkamp. Heitkamp crosses in the middle of the field, and that will be cleared out of danger by the Raiders.
A great move there by the Bulldogs.
So that throw-in is in dangerous territory, and the Raiders will just clear it out of bounds again. That ball's rattling around. The Raiders are not able to clear it up past midfield. However, they are working their way there. And now they do all the way to Clark at the other end, who will boot it back, going the other way.
Ball being physical there, trying to shield the Eleanor Roosevelt player. And the Raiders so far really been evenly matched with the Bulldogs at the moment.
Here come the Bulldogs down the sideline. That will be knocked out of bounds by the Raiders.
For a Bulldog throwing deep into Raider territory.
Now the Bulldogs cross it into the box. The shot is swallowed up by Hamilton.
Yeah, I mean, I had the same reaction. It originally looked like a cross into the box. However, it did fall on the goal. And goalkeeper is able to detect that was going right towards her and falls onto it for the save.
So a throw in for the Raiders. So we're under 30 minutes to play in the first half. The Bulldogs now have an opportunity.
Intercepted there by Kerr.
I'm looking for a through ball to Huntington, but Hamilton is able to pick it up. She'll punt it the other way.
It's a big boot. Good defensive play by the Bulldogs. Steal possession, but they lose it right back, it looks like. Will be a throw-in for the Bulldogs now. Kerr has a few options. Has Ugel behind. It looks like she will play it down the line, looking for Huntington.
Kerr with a long throw in. As Booker will let it go out of bounds, but it will still be a Bulldog throw in.
Yeah, and it's one of those lapses that, I mean, it really sucks. You try to make the smart play, leave it out of bounds, so your team can now have a nice and easy possession, but
That was a long shot.
yeah, I stopped my thought there. Looked like it might have sneaked past the keeper for a
Yeah,
second.
Hamilton did not handle it smoothly, but she was able to catch it.
Yeah. And the newly committed ball showing the passion, trying to win these 50-50 balls for this team.
Some dangerous passing by the Raiders, but they are able to get up across midfield, and a long pass there to Beckman. Beckman on the run. The shot is in. She sneaks it by Clark, and that will put the Raiders up 1-0 with just under 26 minutes to play in the first half.
Yeah, and that was just a cool, calm, and composed finish there by Beckman. And, well, she did do well as she was one-on-one. I mean, you have to give you have to give credit to that pass. I mean, just perfectly played in, and there's really nothing you can do right there if you're Clark. As now one-on-one, tries to take the angle away, but gets dribbled right by and has the ball snuck right by her.
That was really a perfect pass to set up Beckman.
Amazingly weighted.
And Beckman was past Clark. There's nothing in between her and the net. And I will say, she tapped it a little softly there, and Clark was almost able to dive and make it stop.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Jack. I mean, when you're by the goalkeeper, you just want to smash it in, make sure the goalkeeper has no chance of recovering. However, she did do well to at least hit the target, so did go safe, and it did end up paying off. And this will be a throw-in for the Raiders.
So here come the Bulldogs, trying to knot it up at one.
And meanwhile, it looks like, I mean, the Bulldogs boys varsity team has a huge match. I think it's going on as we speak. They are at the Landon Bears today.
That's a big game.
And with them competing with the Bears for second place in the IAC at the moment, with St. Albans being ahead of both of them, they're just one game apart. So a win for the Bulldogs could shoot them into second place and give them home field advantage for the semifinals. Whereas if they were the third seed, they'd have to travel to either the first or the second.
Bulldogs are having a nice season.
Yeah, and it's a crucial game for them today at Landon. So we will give you any news if we receive any score updates. However, we do hope they can pull that one off at Landon.
So another deep pass. So they look to get it to Beckman down the corner, but they'll play it back to Booker. Booker.
Yeah, and so far you have to give it to Beckman. I mean, she's just been lively off that right wing, scoring the goal and doing very well. Looks like 3 substitutes on for the Bulldogs. Jack, do you see any? Looks like Huntington's off.
Yeah, they'll get some fresh legs.
Yeah, Heitkamp's off and one other. And it looks like on the field. Oh, and it looks like it's Ryan McLemore. It's great to see. It looks like she didn't start maybe trying to manage the minutes, but it looks like she is coming back from that sad injury a few days ago. Great to see she's on the field. Most likely on limited minutes today. Looks like Cameron Edwards was also subbed on in that substitute. One looks to be Miller, who right now is playing right wing at the moment.
So
Three
Kerr
early
will take the
substitutions.
throw-in. Yeah, pretty early substitute.
Yeah, less than 20 minutes into the game. Looks like they're trying to keep everybody fresh. As we said, there will be a lot of fatigued players here today. On that ball, is ball onside? Looks like she is able to save it.
She'll look to cross it into the box. A low line drive kick.
Falls to Edwards.
Edwards can't handle.
That could have been dangerous as that ball took a weird. The Raiders deep right to Edwards.
Hugo will put it back to play for the Bulldogs. They give it right back. And the Raiders, you know, defensive, do not think they have looked sharp today. Their offense has looked pretty good.
Yeah, I would completely agree with you. Their defense has been a bit shaky, allowing a few chances already, but again, as we see, there's been lots of possession. It looks like there will be substitutions here for the Raiders, but beautiful pass to them behind the Bulldog defense, and just a great finish there. Beckman.
McLemore in the corner. A long good ball.
And for anyone watching, there are 2 Beckmans on the Raiders. We are talking about the Beck off the right wing, number 14. Interception there by Miller. Couldn't find ball. Pressure there by Hall.
Yeah, that's a really nice play to keep possession.
Press work.
To get the ball to the corner, Bullis is able to take over.
Balls look lively on that high press.
Cross
Looking for McLemore.
headed out by the Raiders, right back to the Bulldogs, who will kick it way out of bounds. It's to play in the first half.
And some of these players might already be a bit fatigued for the Bulldogs, as earlier I mean, it was live streamed on Bullis Athletics channel. We had Olympics, one of our annual events here on homecoming week. Bullis Olympics combined for Olympics, and some of these players competed in multiple events, including a track, a race, or we had tug of war in between grades. Sophomores did end up taking that one. And we also had a relay race, so some of these players might already be a bit. Like Edwards called for the foul on the high press.
They get it out to Beckman. Beckman working her way down the sidelines. Now the Raiders cross it into the box. The header scooped up easily by Clark. It looked like that might have been an own header.
It looked like Martinez for the Raiders was the intended target in the middle. Striker, number 9, but she wasn't able to get a very solid head on that one, and it looks like Clark was easily able to scoop up. Another press by Ball.
She played really well defensively today.
Yeah, from the striker position.
Tries to get it to McLemore, but cannot. A long chip shot. Ball is not able to get there before Hamilton.
And Jack, before the game, there was a beautiful presentation for the seniors. And it was, I mean, it's a great moment, but at the same time, it's sad for them as this is one of their final few games in their high school soccer careers. Going to be looking to make the most of what they have left here in these final few games of the season.
Heitkamp gets it to Ugle. Knocks it out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in for the Raiders.
And that ball's cleared way out off of the... Some discussion whether it's a corner or a goal kick.
Looks like it will be a corner.
Another dangerous chance here. Now for the Raiders to try and double their lead, make it 2. Looks like it will be... Yes, it is a corner.
Now D'Souza working. Get the ball down the sidelines. They get it to Savage. The cross. Clark is able to scoop it up. Dangerous play. They'll get it over the head. Out of bounds for a throw-in for the Raiders.
Looks like that one's on the Raiders. Booted up the field. Fell there to Booker for the Raiders, but Edwards able to pressure, and it does go out off of Booker. For a throw-in, looks to be taken by Kerr. Big throw-in right there. Handstuff and Bookman.
Mistake there by Beckman, and
Excuse me, Beckman.
Heitkamp will have the throw-in going the other way. Excuse me, Kerr.
Substitution here now for the Raiders. Looks like coming off will be Martinez. His played striker. It looks like a new striker is coming on. Looks like the other Beckman. Yeah, Alina Beckman. Might be related to Julia, we're not sure. Alina in 10th grade, with Julia being a senior.
Booker gets to throw it in to Swart. Booker will do it again.
It's Booker. Intercepted there by, looks like Williamson.
Just under 13 minutes to go in the first half. Eleanor Roosevelt 1, Bullis 0.
Macklemore looking to turn, but was well dealt with there by the defense. And that ball's played in. Bugel able to deal.
As Eleanor Roosevelt looking for another opportunity, they play it down the sidelines. They're trying to get it to Beckman on the cross. So, Clark will take the goal kick. Intercepted. They'll get it to Beckman. Beckman working for the Raiders, cross it into Swart. And that is cleared high up into the air. It looks like it will be a corner.
It is always 5 yards, but it is interesting to see it with
One day it'll be a pack of gum chilling there.
I don't know why I find it so fun. It's just hilarious. Like,
So the Raiders will have a corner. They'll play it short.
Slowly running out of money.
The cross is a line drive that is cleared out by the Bulldogs.
yeah. You could.
So it will be a set piece or another corner for the Raiders.
Lots of corners at the moment, and no conversion, but, I mean, corners always dangerous opportunity
Line up the music.
for the attacking team, as it looks like they're going to be trying to get this into one of their strikers once again. That ball's played in well. Almost scored directly.
That would have been a great shot.
Yeah, those goals are very rare to see, Jack. I mean, you almost never see a goal being scored directly off of a corner, and that goal, I mean, that ball had some real swaz on it, almost curving into that top left corner. That would have been great to see. Not too great as it would be against the Bulldogs.
Now Bullis looking to put
being
pressure
pressured
on
up.
the Raiders.
The pressure does work as Kerr plays it, but it looks like it was right at her teammate Edwards. Good control there by Williamson, however.
Hugo plays it up to Edwards. Edwards loses it to Swart.
Edwards versus Swart, midfield battle at the moment.
Edwards, the much more physical, bigger presence.
Swart, the more elusive one.
But Beckman now taking it the other way for the Raiders.
Passes it to Beckman, back to Beckman.
Nice job by the Bulldogs to intercept the pass.
Great pressure there by, looks like the senior Cumberbatch. Kerr tried to get it to ball. Knocks it out. Another throw in. Kerr passes to Ugel, who will take the throw. Ugel throws the one to the ground. Bounces up.
Nice header by Kerr.
Looks like that one was hit off of Edwards by Swart there, and it looks like Swart is winning that midfield battle with Edwards at the moment, but that'll be a fun one to watch for the rest of this one. Swart very noticeable on the field.
So we're under the final 10 minutes to play in the first half. What has been your big notices of the first half so far?
Yeah, now as we're approaching just 7 minutes to go, played a little bit over 30 now. I mean, it really has been, a slow game, and that one goal was on a great ball. That ball's into
Beckman's
Beckman!
header is good. What a goal for Julia Beckman over the head of Ellie Clark. Wow, that was incredible, Adam.
Yeah, Jack, you called that one up perfectly. That was just a beautiful header. And for all of you watching at home, it really is hard to understand how hard it is to get a header that powerful and that high, even if it's served right on a platter, which that one was. A great ball there, just put right onto her head. Just blast that one right over the head of Clark, and that's a tough one for Clark to deal with. And it looks like she did get a fingertip, but not enough to, looks like to wreck it over the bar, but great header there. Wow, now it is 2-0. 7 minutes to play in this first half of action. Beckman now one goal away from a hat trick.
But they're doing the. Yeah.
Bullish plays it back. Played up to Heitkamp in a corner.
Hey, that was amazing. You see your first goal? I can. I'm like shocked. Yeah.
Swart. Now this one's up here. Looked for Beckman, wasn't able to get it there. Kerr looking to clear. Isn't fully able to.
So now the Raiders controlling possession. So here is a throw-in for the Raiders. We'll play it back all the way near midfield. Play it to Swart. Some nice passing by the Raiders. They're looking to add to their 2-0 lead. So we're getting just under 6 minutes to go in the first half. They'll take another throw in here.
Now we just have just over 5 minutes to play here. Bulldogs need to. I mean, it really would be helpful if they were just able to get that one goal to put them right back in this game and put them within one goal's reach of tying this game up. But at the moment, down 2. I mean, it's going to be hard for them to come back in the second half. Would be amazing if they could just get one back right before the death of this first half.
The Raiders have been pressuring all day, especially Beckman down that near sideline. It's a nice job there by Williamson to intercept it for the Bulldogs. So they look their way to get upfield.
It looks like they slotted Diaz back to center back. Somewhere she really hasn't played all year, mainly right back in center defensive mid, but is slotting in at center back at the moment. Looks like Vinal taking more of an offensive role at the moment.
Yeah.
Usually Ugel's center back partner.
Including the goals that we got? Yeah. Including the goals that we got.
So now here comes Beckman down the sidelines in a foot race with Ugel. She won't get there. Beckman's cross. And a whistle is blown. Looks like she might have been offsides.
No, she did go out of bounds.
Out of
past-
bounds, okay.
Yeah,
So
and
goal
that's
kick.
a tough one to see as these lines aren't super noticeable, but in contrast with that blue end zone, that yellow line did seem a bit noticeable, and that's a great move there by Beckman to get it in on the right side, just not able to cross that one towards the middle. Kerr clears away. And that one has a chance to get to ball.
Ball. Just has to beat her defender. She cannot.
Macklemore.
Intercepted by Macklemore. Macklemore has some room to run. First shot is in the corner and a great save by Mia Hamilton.
That's a beautiful save there by Hamilton and a great move by Macklemore. Gets the interception, makes a move on 1 or 2 players, has space to shoot, and she looks like she was looking for that bottom left-hand corner, just couldn't quite sneak it by the goalkeeper. Great save there. That one hit a hand, yeah. Whistle by the ref. Bulldog set piece.
So Bullets will be taking a free kick. Just over 3 minutes to play in the first half. Gonna cut the lead in half. They're down 2-0. Raiders are able to take over, but they don't have the numbers.
Yeah, and that's really something I've noticed. The Raiders not pushing too many up. Looks like they're pushing 3, maybe 4 up at a time, and the Bulldogs have 5 or 6 behind the ball. As we see here, they're keeping back 4 defenders plus a defensive mid. Looks like Swart tried to play a little dummy right there, let it go by here, and run past the defender. However, that ball was angling out of bounds. Out of bounds it goes for a throw-in.
They try to get it to Beckman in the corner. Beckman racing after it. I don't think she'll get there. Seppo will go out of bounds for a goal kick.
Yeah, that Beckman to Beckman combo could be something here today. Being pressured up, deals with it well. Gets it to Williamson, who plays it out wide. That one's looking for ball, but that one angles out of bounds for a Raider throw-in.
Under 2 minutes.
Yeah, just in a stoppage time now, Jack. The clock will stop, and it will be the ref's discretion on when he wants to blow the whistle after these last 2 minutes. That ball goes out.
So Bullets will have a throw-in. long free kick in the box.
Not
Ball
ball.
punched out. The shot is wide. There's an opportunity for Heitkamp. Bulldogs
Yeah.
are not able to take advantage of it.
Yeah, and Ball did really well to pressure the goalkeeper, looking to head that one in, and the goalkeeper mishandles that. I mean, that one fell right to Heitkamp with an open net, and while there was a few deep defenders in their way who ended up getting a deflection on it, you really want to try to put a little more power into that one, just get it by those defenders, as there was no goalkeeper to beat. She was on the floor at that moment.
So it will be a corner kick for the Bulldogs. Easily knocked down and cleared.
That will be it.
So that will do it for the first half of action here from Klein Alumni Stadium. Bullets 0. So Eleanor Roosevelt 2, and we will be back for a great second half. Welcome back to Klein Alumni Stadium for the second half of action, as we have Bullis versus Eleanor Roosevelt. The Raiders are ahead 2-0 as we start the second half. Adam, what was your impressions of the first half of action?
Yeah, I mean, from what I really saw, I mean, it was a slow-paced game, as I said earlier. And to add on, I mean, it really has been just a back-and-forth game in the midfield. And in my opinion, the Raiders won the midfield in that first half, which is the reason that they are up 2-0. And I feel like if the Bulldogs can turn that around and win the midfield themselves, then they definitely have a chance of bringing 1, 2, and maybe even 3 back to try and win this game here today. Jack, what could you see the Raiders do, as I just talked about the Bulldogs? What could you see the Raiders do to even extend their lead?
You know, they gotta tighten up their defense. Their offense has been really solid so far in the first half, but their defense has had some struggles. They've made some dangerous passes up across the middle of the field, deep in their own territory, that have not hurt them up until this point, but could really come back to bite them.
Yeah, and there's one key I actually do want to bring up, and so far it's been Aubin Ball, who's just been high and pressing. She's been very high up the field, pressing very physically and winning the ball, and I feel like eventually, if she keeps doing that, one of those will lead to a goal. So make sure to be on the lookout for that here, as it looks like she will start up top with Ryan McLemore, her normal strike partner, here in the second half, as it looks like we're ready to get underway. The Raiders standing behind the ball. Refs checking to make sure the goalies are ready. We're off.
The Raiders start with possession.
Tackle there by Williamson.
Now a long shot, sliding save made by Hamilton.
Yeah, it looked like that was intended to be a through pass, and it was weighted perfectly. If the keeper doesn't come out there, it would have ended up going right by the defenders and would have fell right into McLemore's lap right there. Now it looks like the Bulldogs at the moment are winning the midfield, even though it has only been around a minute, but they've looked great in the midfield, and that's what they need to do here if they're going to go on and win this. And more pressure up high. This will be a dangerous throw for Diaz and the Bulldogs. Pressure by Miller. Cohen's headed away. Again, another throw in for Diaz.
Bullis needs to step on the gas if they want to get back into this one. As that ball is crossed into the box and cleared out by the Raiders.
Great touch there by Vinal. Give that one right to Williamson on a high bounce. Much harder than it looks.
Bullis looking to get the ball back deeper into territory.
Miller tried to get the ball into McLemore there, was not able to. Oh, it looks like something interesting has happened. It looks like the Bulldogs sticking with Clark in goal here. They usually do switch to London in the second half. That's what they've done for the past 3 games we have broadcasted. And Jack, why do you think they're sticking with Clark here?
Well, you know, the 2 goals she let up, one was a breakaway and the other one was a tough header. You know, she's played relatively well so far up to this point, so I guess they just want to keep in the goalie who's already acclimated to the game.
Yeah, I mean, and she really hadn't been playing well those past few games, but it looked like they did go with London anyway, so interesting to know what the decision-making there was. Oh, and that ball
Bullis with an
falls.
opportunity now as the ball is rattling around in the box, and the Raiders are able to clear.
Yeah, definitely great opportunity. That one took a weird bounce.
Bullis now looking for an opportunity.
And that takes a bounce. It looks like it will. Oh, no. Raiders were not able to get their first. Bulldogs did end up clearing it away, but the Raiders back on the attack. Miller on the
Opportunity
pressure.
for the Raiders.
Great pressure there by Miller. Swart.
Yeah, you still let your kids.
Well, they're gonna switch it. Is it like the black pixels everywhere?
And now the Raiders take over up across midfield. Well, knocked out of bounds. Bullis will have it. Raiders will take the throw.
That's still there. Williamson to McLemore.
McLemore down the sidelines. Little hesitation move. She's trying to get the cross.
Well, that's a great move to get by the defender there.
Here's the cross. No one home. Another missed opportunity by the Bulldogs.
And the black pixels.
That's saved. Clark. Able to come and scoop it up. That ball's cleared out by Diaz.
See the skills?
Was not taking any chances.
Here, up here.
Maybe they switch it left. Just keep it.
Looks like Kerr trips up there. But the Bulldogs retain possession. Here's ball. Looking for Heitkamp. Who is dispossessed. It will be a Raider throw-in.
Still not on you, dude. They're just
So now, ball rattling around and a goal scored by the Bulldogs as Ryan McLemore is able to knock it home.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't really have a reaction at first because the Raiders were in possession. They just lost possession. McLemore were able to take advantage of it. Slots it right by the goalkeeper, and just like that, your Bullis Bulldogs are right back in it. Now only down by 1 goal. Score now: Eleanor Roosevelt Raiders 2, Bullis Bulldogs 1. Great goal there by McLemore on her return from injury. Greatly missed, and showing why she was missed right there. Swart now in possession. There's Miller. Plays it over to Williamson.
Williamson with a long through ball to ball.
Oh, it looks like ball was offside on that ball from Miller. Good call for the ref right there. That's just a tough break for the Raiders right there.
Yeah.
Are they still not
We're
on?
playing so sound defensively so far in the second half, and just dispossessed.
So here come the Raiders looking to make their way up across midfield.
That's great
Lose
from
possession
Ball.
back to the Bulldogs. Back to the Raiders as Bullis is not able to keep possession.
That's a great interception there by Kerr.
So here come the Bulldogs. It will be a throw-in for the Raiders,
Yeah, Raiders with a dangerous throw in here, deep into Bulldog territory.
looking for an opportunity.
That might be on
It looks like it will be D'Souza to throw it in here. Has plenty of options. Chooses to go down the line.
Back to D'Souza.
Here's
D'Souza now
D'Souza.
working in the middle of the field.
That ball's played in behind.
To
Diaz
Martinez.
beaten.
Martinez in the corner. And a nice play there by Sasha Hugo.
Yeah, great defense.
Knocked the ball out of bounds.
Great deflection there by Ugel on her senior night, preventing a goal that could put this game out of reach for the Bulldogs. However, they are only one down at the moment to the Raiders.
Another throw in for the Raiders.
And it looks like it'll be Barton to throw it in. Finds D'Souza. Oh,
A
great
nice
turn
play
right
by
there.
D'Souza.
Able to turn Miller,
She
crosses it in.
The shot is right at Clark, who's able to make the save relatively easily.
Yeah, great turn there by D'Souza. And looked for one of her strikers in the middle, but nobody was home, and Clark was able to come out and claim for the Bulldogs. Looks like a player was taken down right there. And it will be a dangerous set piece here for the Raiders, looking to cross one in, make this one 3-1.
So Roosevelt will have the free kick. They're looking to chip it into the box.
And Clark will be organizing her defense, but they really need to make sure to mark up here. Prevent another game-changing goal.
They play it short down the sidelines. They
Now-
try to get it to Martinez, but the ball will go out of bounds for a goal kick going the other way, as we're just under 34 minutes to play. This Bullets is losing 1-2 to Eleanor Roosevelt.
The Bulldogs have shown a lot of promise in the second half, scoring a goal to half their deficit. And it looks like the clock is stopped here at Klein Alumni Stadium. We're not sure what's going on, but that could be a mistake. Looks like ball was taken down there. Set piece for the Bulldogs.
And it's back running.
And that adds a minute or two to the game.
So Bullets will have the free kick.
It's Vanal. It's a great
Long
ball.
kick into the box. No one's home. And the Raiders are able to clear it out of danger.
Well dealt with by Vanal, however. Able to play it back to Cumberbatch, who loses possession.
And now the Raiders going the other way. They have the numbers.
Great defense right there by the Bulldogs to keep out yet another huge threat there. However, Swart is back in possession. Plays a nice ball there into the striker.
And now Martinez loses possession. And the whistle is blown. That will be going the other way.
Looks like it'll be Vanal to take. Has Diaz to her right. Miller even farther on that side, wide open. It looks like she will play it straight up the middle. Looking for ball. Can't get it there, however. And that ball's played up. There's Williamson. Oh, and that ball could fall to McLemore.
Here comes McLemore with a gust of speed looking for a cross.
Taken down. Interesting call from the ref. Looks like the player slipped up. And the linesman who had the best position didn't call it. Ref wasn't in the best position to see it. Might have gave the Bulldogs a little break there. Even the Bulldogs with a great chance here. McLemore looking to cross this one in.
Raiders forming a small wall.
Looks like Clark screaming for her team to get inside of the box. Looks like at the moment they were looking to make a run there, but Clark wants them to start there. McLemore.
Here's the cross. It's a good one. Ball rattling around. It looks like the Raiders are able to get it out of danger. So some substitutions are being made for Roosevelt. Just under 30 minutes to play.
the Raiders in possession. D'Souza, dispossessed by Miller. Great defensive play there. Plays it to Vinal. Here's Vinal. Looks for McLemore on the right wing. Looks like McLemore shifted from more of a striker position out to the right wing. Miller.
Down to the sidelines to McLemore. McLemore with some room to run. She'll cross it again like she's done a couple times. A good cross. Ball cannot smack it home. Wide open opportunity for the Bulldogs.
Great
Yet
play for
again
them.
squandered.
Yeah, great play for the Bulldogs. Miller played it outside to McLemore. McLemore wins in the foot race and played that one in straight into Ball, who just wasn't able to get a foot on it. And it eventually fell to another Bulldog player. It was hard to see who it was at the time. She took a hit at it. Looked like a great strike, but ended up being blocked by a Raider defender. Raiders holding strong and denying that equalizing goal at the moment. Cumberbatch, great challenge there.
And Bullis should be winning this game. They've had plenty of opportunities squandered.
Yeah, I don't know about winning, but definitely they deserve to at least be tied at the moment. Usually in soccer, you usually get what you deserve. If you are dominating the game, you will eventually break through it. So far, the Bulldogs are just dominating the second half. What do you think, what halftime adjustments do you think Coach Yamo made? I mean, we see this Bulldog team playing so much better right now.
They've been more aggressive, especially up top.
Are you leaving? Are you leaving?
Looks like the refs are conferencing about something.
Alright, see you.
We're not sure what at the moment.
You're talking it over. Looks like maybe talking about the game clock.
Yeah, most likely that's what it will be about. As we noted earlier, it was around a minute taken off the clock. Excuse me, added as the clock was stopped for around a minute's time. So we now, at least according to the clock at the moment, have just under 30 minutes to play left in this game. Bulldogs still looking to find the equalizer at the moment, down by 1. Yeah, and it looks like they have taken a lot of time off the clock. 3 minutes, as a matter of fact. Take that one down from 28 there to 25. That's well done from the refs.
Well done. And in what looks like a pretty bizarre sight, it looks like the entire Eleanor Roosevelt team is huddled around that sideline. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on.
Yeah, it looks like they're just having a quick team conference while the refs get together. And they will go back to their positions. This ball's thrown in here to Freeman. Freeman plays it up. Finds D'Souza on the side.
Now D'Souza down the sideline.
Well dealt with by Cumberbatch.
Cumberbatch back to Clark. Clark with a dangerous pass right in the middle.
Looks like there's a
Almost
substitution.
intercepted. Here's
like-
Savage down the sidelines. The cross is scooped up by Clark.
Yeah, it looks like during the break, Burkowski was subbed in. She's been great for the Bulldogs off the right side this year. Freshman. And this game really has come to a little bit of a lull at the moment, ever since that goal very early in the first half. These last 10 minutes have been free of action for the most part.
Here
Burkowski
come
and
the
Kerr on
Raiders.
pursuit. That ball's played out. Bulldog possession. Substitution on for the Bulldogs. Looks like Edwards coming on and Williamson coming off. Williamson put in a good shift in the midfield so far today. Edwards comes off a little shaky after that. Looks like she's taking that striker role. Aubin Ball dropped a little bit more deep, maybe into a center attacking mid role at the moment. Edwards playing striker. McLemore off the right wing. Burkowski right behind her in the midfield. This Bulldog team, some interesting formations this game so far. ball's out once again. Here for a Raiders throw in deep into Bulldog territory. Yep, it will be a throw in for the Raiders.
So here's the throw in. Here's the throw in. Knocked out by the Bulldogs. But kept in play. Back to the Raiders.
I'm not doing two games, but I found
And to all of you guys watching, we have around 20 minutes to play in this game, and we're set for a good one here. Great finish as the Bulldogs looking to equalize, possibly take the lead in. I mean, Jack, it would be a beautiful scene if the Bulldogs could get a last-minute winner here on their senior night.
That would be exciting. They chip it down the sidelines to Macklemore. Macklemore is just not able to get there close. And it will be a throw-in going the other way.
I'm sure this team would be just over the moon if they could get a last-minute winner on the senior night. Celebrations would be cool. Oh, no.
Swart goes flying, and she is down.
On the concrete?
Never want to see that. Hope she's okay.
And that was just a bad sight to see. It looks like she was tripped up, but there is a track here behind the field, and looks like there's a bad collision here. We hope she's okay. Sadie Swart, the sophomore, is up, and that's great to see. That was a tough collision.
She landed with this on her forehead.
She is being helped off the field by the trainers, but is walking off under her own power. Never good to see. Possible head injury.
Where's the last year? Patrick, did you stop one in? I'm gonna have to replay that one.
go back to like the past 20 minutes and see if they've like switched to camera. Just like swipe it.
There's Heitkamp. Heitkamp with a great ball up there, looking for Edwards. Oh, that's a physical play. Edwards put to the ground, but it looks like the ref does sense foul play there.
They're not switching.
So it will be
In
a
the
free
first
kick
half,
from
they were
midfield.
running around. Maybe someone will.
Just around 20 minutes to play in the game. Bulls
Yeah.
looking for the equalizer.
It looked like that was Obaseason and Edwards in the midfield collision there.
Do you want me to hold it? Do you want me to operate it?
I mean, they're not gonna switch it, but okay. So this zooms in, this zooms out, this adjusts it.
Wait, how do I put my foot?
So it will be a goal kick for the Raiders.
Zooming down and zooming in. Just try and
Bulldogs looking to get possession. They won't. Raiders working up across midfield.
Bulldogs on their heels at the moment. That's a great play by Rakowski to get that one out. Now it's Heitkamp on the defense. Is able to dispossess the Raiders right there. That ball was played in, but just mistouched by D'Souza. It looks like it's getting a bit chillier out here. Temperature's dropping a bit, and I'm sure it's great for the players to feel that nice breeze coming through Klein Alumni Stadium. Oh, and it looks like, yeah, we do have a goalkeeper sub mid-game. Clark surprised to see London, but it looks like Clark was able to get the bulk of the minutes here today at Klein Alumni. Clark's not even off the field, and they've restarted play.
I actually know how to do this. If they change it, go up there like it sounds.
It looks like
rudely angry.
Clark able to get a solid 60-minute shift in today.
That's a bizarre substitution there.
Yeah, I mean, in the middle of the game, I mean, you usually want to substitute keepers at half, and the only other time you substitute keepers mid-game is due to an injury or even a rare red card instance. But, I mean, just a normal sub, 20 minutes left, that's very interesting from Coach Mo.
I know. The disrespect is unreal.
And Clark really has been great in the second half, allowing no goals.
Here, wait,
Good distribution. We'll see if London can hold down the fort here for the Bulldogs in these final 18 and some change left in the game.
What are you doing here, Slayer?
I practice. I'm here till 6.
So,
It looks like there will be a set piece.
a free kick for the Raiders.
Great chance here for them to put this one into the box. London's first real test today. If she has to claim or make a save here, it'll be interesting to see how she gets acclimated to this game. As they will look to put this one in the box. Here are the Raiders.
Is that mine? That's
Two lined up behind the ball. That ball's put. Oh, one runs over the ball and plays it to that one who did run over and then crossed.
Here's the cross.
Great little set piece play right there. Some trickery. Does not pan out, however. That ball's set back out. Great play there by Bukowski on the pressure.
So it will be a throw-in for the Raiders.
Another great little poke
A
there. And that-
shot, long shot. Won't get there.
London able to claim.
Oh, that's on you.
Cleared away by Diaz. Strong ball. Not able to get it to him, but it's player remains Raiders possession. That's a nice little touch there by Nguane.
Ball now.
Tripped up there by Ball.
So a free kick from midfield for the Raiders.
And it looks like they're going to try to get this one into the box yet again. Long ball in, doesn't reach the box. Kerr able to deal with it. A little bit too hard of a touch there.
A long shot. Well, on a bounce. London can't handle it. And it hits off the front post. What an opportunity for the Raiders.
Yeah, and it looks like London is having a tough time getting acclimated as that ball was relatively routine, bouncing right towards her, and it looks like it hit right off the gloves, and it bounced right to a player here for the Raiders, and just blasted one very hard right off the bar, and just goes out for a Bulldog goal kick.
Oh, they're at my camera.
Let's go,
I might
boys.
film my best work.
Oh, yeah.
And again, another little sports update is tonight we do have Thursday night football. Looks like it'll be the Cardinals and the Saints today.
They switched it again.
That'll be later. I mean, you go from watching a nice Bulldog game, and you have an NFL game. It's really the perfect night of sports. Don't you agree, Jack?
When they switched it,
Absolutely, Adam. And, you know, the temperature has really dropped. It is now chilly.
Yeah, I mean, again, good for us up here in the booth as we're not burning, but even better for the players. Gonna have a little bit more energy here
they're all mine.
as this game comes towards a close. Now under 15 minutes to play.
We'll see if Bullis is able to net the equalizer in the final 15 minutes.
Let's go, boys.
I think the mic's
Is it on?
And a long pass to Ball. Ball on the run. She has an opening. Ball fighting off 2 defenders. And the ball will be knocked out of bounds for a corner kick for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, you can tell Ball has that sense of urgency, being a senior herself, to make sure the Bulldogs don't drop any points here on senior night. And great ball in from Macklemore. Ball just hustles very hard and, almost able to come up and convert a shot right on net. But it looks like it will be out, and Macklemore will take the corner kick, again looking for the equalizer here.
An opportunity for the Bulldogs. Here's Macklemore's corner. It's a good one. No one can get a head on it. And it looks like the Raiders will be able to clear.
Yeah, Jack, we have a lot of fans here, actually. And this is the break, 2-on-2. Poor touch there, however, from Beckman, Alina Beckman. On the other hand, we have Julia Beckman looking for her hat trick here. But Alina right there just takes too hard of a touch. Well done by Diaz. That's a great ball in.
Charlie London is not able to get there. Now she does. It does make you question the goalkeeping decision a little bit.
Yeah, very interesting. Clark doing really well, and London now with 2 small errors, but they can really add up, as both possibly could have led to a goal. If you're Clark on the bench now, you're wondering if maybe he could have had an effect on this game. But so far, not costly. Bulldogs still held strong at the back, let up no goals in this second half so far.
And now here's Beckman.
And Jack, that was a great play from Kerr right there to just chase her down from behind and poke that ball back to Cumberbatch. Great hustle there.
I ate a little bit. No, I folded it up. No, there's no kind of, no, there's still stuff in there. Are you folding it up? It wouldn't fall out. There's still a lot in there. Yeah, I know. It's straight on the ball. Look at that camera angle. Hold on. I didn't know you were fine. Yeah, what? No. Come on, Red.
It will be a set piece for the Bulldogs.
Should I just sky it?
No.
Uh-oh.
No, I
Oh.
haven't. It'll be fine.
Just over 10 minutes to play.
Your camera angle is so off. It's not even near the ball.
Hold up.
Otherwise, I'd be tired.
Oh, why?
I can't let other people do this.
And here's a long cross now to Beckman.
You can like move it up and down.
Nguane. Ball is really going to have to make something happen if the Bulldogs want to tie it up.
Yeah, I agree. Ball and Macklemore, the 2 most important players here coming down the stretch. However, the defense has been really good, and Diaz with a great physical challenge. Tries to get it up to Macklemore. Looks like that one might fall to Ball. Is able to. Plays it to Macklemore.
Macklemore looking for a through ball. She'll play it slow. Here she goes. Can Ball find it?
Another great physical play on the high press from Ball. Just fighting on her senior night. Trying to get this Bulldog team back in it. Substitution here for both teams. Looks like on the Bulldog side, Burkowski will be coming. And it looks like it's Heitkamp on for the Bulldogs.
I'll tell you if they glitch again. No, don't focus on
Now, on the other hand, and the Bulldogs have been pressing high. Here comes the Raiders pressing high. Successful once again, dispossess the Bulldogs. Here's Ball. Marching down the left sideline. And Jack, we did talk about the homecoming game tomorrow. However, there is one more big game for this Bullis program, and it is the field hockey team who at the moment are fighting for that first place in the ISL. Right now they're, looks like, I think maybe 1.5 games behind Georgetown Visitation, who they take on here at Klein Alumni
It's gonna be a
Stadium
big
tomorrow.
game.
Make sure to tune in for that one tomorrow, just before the homecoming game tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Bulldogs looking to capture that #1 overall seed, looking to take down the undefeated Georgetown
You
Visitation
gotta go leave. You had a meeting or something.
tomorrow at Klein Alumni. They just had their senior night.
Yeah.
Booted away there by London. London definitely great in the punting aspect of things.
There's over here.
That ball's played up to ball.
Not on you.
Probably like
Ball safely plays it back to Ugo.
Who's on you? It's on you.
Where's the ref? Where's the ref? Where's the ref?
And that ball's goes out for a throw-in.
So the Raiders will have a throw-in.
Why
They're
is
just
this
looking to
so
stall
weird?
time for the last 8 minutes.
Ow.
Yeah. Oh, it's bag. It's kind of bad.
Now-
Both teams are fighting for possession around midfield.
Yeah, looks like that one was off the Raiders. Bulldog possession here.
What?
Zoom out really far.
Oh, okay, there we
And
go.
put the camera up.
Put it up in the sky?
Yeah.
Nah. Isn't it so
And
obvious?
that ball's played up. Looks like it might hit a hand. I mean, the ref didn't see anything.
Gotta make sure they trust me.
That ball's played out great. Played by Diaz to get there. Here's Heitkamp on the ball. Heitkamp looking to get it up.
You have to do like this up low.
Heitkamp and Williamson double teaming right there are able to pressure the Raiders to throwing that one. Excuse me, kicking that one out, and that's Diaz on the throw. Here to Vanal. And now it is the Raiders back in possession. Raiders down the field. Here are the Raiders.
They're looking to put this game out of reach for the Bulldogs.
And here's Beckman looking for her hat trick.
Beckman down the sidelines, trying to get a cross in. London is able to scoop it up.
Yeah, it's a great defensive play there by the Bulldogs. London boots it away. Ref blows his whistle.
So we're
Excuse
just
me.
around 6.5 minutes to play.
Yeah, it looked like a whistle from the field behind us.
Bullis is looking to clear the ball out of danger. Right back to the Raiders.
And now here is Nguane dispossessed. Looks like Beckman, the other Beckman.
Whistle is blown. That'll be going the other way. So Bulldogs down to their final 6 minutes, down 1 goal, looking to net the equalizer.
Yeah, Jack, this is going to be an intense finish down to the wire, with the Bulldogs looking to save their senior game. Currently down by 1 goal, now under 6 minutes to play. And, it's huge for the Bulldogs that they try and, if not win, at least tie and get a point from this one.
Come on.
Here's Alina Beckman.
By the way, this is senior night.
Bullis has not been able to get anything going offensively in the last couple of minutes. It's really, they've been playing the ball in their side of the field the majority of
We still have 5
the
minutes
last
to score.
10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, they really haven't been able to generate too much offense, and they're going to need to step on the gas pedal here as now the Raiders back in possession with an abundance of chances so far.
Cameras on me, I'm just gonna
However, the
zoom in at
Raiders
ball.
have not been able to convert this half. 2 goals both in the first half. That's a great
Like the
steal there by Williamson. Plays it up to Ball.
I'll just like keep it on the beat. Like,
Back to Miller. Miller plays it up to McLemore. Great ball in by Miller.
Here comes McLemore.
McLemore pressures it, and it will go out for a corner.
So, a big opportunity for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, great ball by Miller. Great hustle by McLemore. And it all results in a corner kick for the Bulldogs. And Jack, this might be one of their last opportunities to save their senior night.
Yeah, they're going to have to come up big here. As they're pushing everybody up into the box.
McLemore to take. Has a few options. Ball. That's Cumberbatch.
Here's the corner.
On Cumberbatch's way, drops to the back post.
Nobody home. Bulldogs are able to save it in bounds, however.
Heitkamp plays it there to Williamson. Williamson looks back for Diaz, isn't able to get there. This could be an odd man rush here.
So here's an opportunity now for the Raiders as they're taking it up across midfield, but give it right back to the Bulldogs. So we're
Well
under
dealt
4
with.
to go.
Yeah, well dealt with by the Bulldogs. Vinal looking to play that up. She plays that one down the left wing to herself.
But no, down the sidelines looking for a cross. Here's the cross.
Oh!
The shot is just wide. What an opportunity for the Bulldogs.
That's a heartbreaker, Jack. Great play there by Vinal to just beautifully play it down the left wing. Puts it on a platter for Ball, who's right in front of net. And, I mean, on that bouncing volley, it is tough, but when you're right in front of net, you want to at least try and hit goal. And just puts it wide. Just frustrating for the Bulldogs. Now with just 3.5 minutes to go. It's just a tough one for them to take. They're now going to have to produce one more chance, and that could be their best chance remaining in the game. They're going to hope it's not.
Let's go, Ref.
Sarah's in the shot.
Bulldogs urgently pressing.
So here are the Raiders.
It looks like the Bulldogs have switched to just 3 defenders. A 3 back here.
Back into the box. And that'll be an easy play for Hamilton to scoop up.
Yeah, and Jack, we really haven't seen them play a 3 back all year, so you know they're urgent. And they're desperate to try and get a result from this game.
Yeah, they're going to be looking to clear the ball into the box as many times as possible here in the last 3 minutes.
Heitkamp now. Plays it up to
They
Ball.
get it to Ball. Ball looking for McLemore. That pass is too strong.
It looks like they were trying to shield it. McLemore saves.
Can McLemore take possession back?
Diaz in a foot race. Looks like it went off of her. Vinal able to save.
Vinal down the sidelines. Right back to the Raiders, who will have the throw-in.
And Jack, we're 20 seconds away here from stoppage time, and all eyes will be on the ref, as he will have 2 minutes plus whatever time he wants to add on here. And, I mean, it's going to be, everyone in the stadium will be looking at the ref at that point to see when he decides to blow his whistle. Now, less than 10 seconds away from stoppage time here. 2 more minutes, plus whatever injury/goal celebration time he sees fit. Here's Heitkamp.
So here are the Bulldogs. They have an opportunity as they're looking to get their way down the field.
All getting ambitious with these passes. Might want to stay with these close, controlled passes, not these long through balls.
They're gonna need to start pressing way up.
Heitkamp back to Vinal. Good possession soccer, but that's not what they need right now. They do
No.
not need to control possession.
No,
need to get
they
this
should be
ball up.
clearing the ball all the way upfield here.
Yeah, Jack, we're now officially into stoppage time here. All eyes will be on the ref for the next 2-3 minutes. Ball. Looks to get it out there to, looks like Miller, but
That'll
not
be going the
able to.
other way.
Bulldogs need to press high, but not too high where they can get caught on the break and end up losing this game 3-1.
But you got to take risks. We're getting to an empty net scenario here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure empty net is really a thing unless there's corner kicks. Then the goalkeeper does go up, but I don't think you are allowed to sub a goalkeeper out for an attacking
I
player.
was just making a metaphor, Adam.
I know. It's wrong hockey. However, we have seen cases where, I mean, not only just on corners, but the goalkeeper does come up and joins the attack on the final possession of the game when
So
down
here's
1.
Vinal. She'll cross it into the box.
Give us like +5 minutes.
Oh, and that ball's in.
Get that.
Ball not able to get
That'll
there.
work out.
Score no goal, right?
But even
It's a free kick for the Bulldogs. Interesting call.
what a break for the Bulldogs.
I
And
didn't see
they're
that.
going fast here as McLemore will take the free kick. Look for her to take a shot.
Yeah, I mean, there's a real good chance she could fake looking for a cross and try to catch the keeper out
I
guard.
think she takes a shot.
I
here.
think so. I mean, there's a better chance she get this one on net than a cross and a header getting on net with how good this defense has been for the Raiders so far. I really think McLemore will try and save this game. Jack, all you.
So here's McLemore. She's winding up. She will cross it into the box. Ball rattling around.
Offside. Ref's flag is up.
And that will do it. So Eleanor Roosevelt will be able to come away with the win 2-1 against the Bullis Bulldogs here at Klein Alumni Stadium. Adam, any final thoughts?
Yeah, and Jack, it's always a heartbreaker to lose the senior night, but they fought hard and they fought a very good effort today. Almost were able to bring that one back with the last-second free kick. And, I mean, this Bulldog team has showed a lot of improvement since the beginning of the season, Jack. It was a great one. Fun calling it with you. And, Jack, you want to close it out?
Absolutely. It was a good game, and we will see you guys next time from Klein Alumni Stadium for Bullis Soccer.